Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.
Hey everybody, it's Liam and Big Al, and this is the Badcast.
Mate, welcome back.
Thank you.
The last episode, we were just here at the same place.
We were.
We haven't left.
We've got nowhere to go, really.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
Yeah, the debt collectors are at the door. We can't move. It's I've had to stand on ladders just to see outside. And Auscast is totally fine. Let me trust you. And it's going great guns. You've got some big names now.
Oh, it's all kind of happening here at Auscast, mate. Everybody's getting involved, and podcasting is happening.
It totally is. Talking about what's happening, because we both are in the city. We're both wearing jackets.
We are wearing jackets and pants.
Yeah, exactly, and it makes us feel just a little bit better than the school children that are walking around because it's school holidays at the moment.
I laugh at school kids. Fucking look at you. Don't even know your times tables.
Yeah.
Neither do I, actually.
Mate, I have no idea.
But I do own a calculator, so fucking whatever.
Yeah, and a calculator watch.
With the buttons on there.
Stop crying. Yeah, but they're just fucking everywhere. But I can tell I don't have kids because I get excited when it's school holidays. I get excited because there is no traffic on the road.
Right, yeah. It's cruisy. It's smooth sailing.
Oh, it's so good. But then you just go, how many lucky fuckers are getting driven to school?
Yeah.
Or is it just that you think that all the parents are having days off as well? Or
I don't know.
But I had to catch I remember, I think I've told this story. I didn't even want to go to high school. My dad forced me to go. He was pretty much scruff of the neck. And then the bus pulled up and he goes, "Get on that fucking bus now! Get on there!" Right, and he's pretty much thrown me onto the bus.
Yeah.
And everyone's just and it's a school bus as well.
Yeah. So everyone's so did you just as soon as you're on there, just go, I'm back to Mr. Cool, tip your collar up and then just walk down the middle?
Mate, I was a fat kid. I was already getting paid out.
Yeah, I was poking you as you were walking down the aisle.
Look, guess whose dad has to take him to school? I was like, oh. And I couldn't even, it was Enfield High, so if it was Powerful Gardens, at least I could have gone, well, at least I've got a dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Joke's on you.
Yeah, Enfield High was like, yeah, we've all got dads. Oh, fuck you. I just...
Do you know when I was in primary school, right, I used to get out of school, right, because my mum was the Tuckshop lady.
Oh.
And so at the end of lunch, I'd go, Mum. And I'd often get out of school.
Yeah, right.
Until they caught on to what I was doing, my little scheme. And
yeah, well, I think my mum was at the canteen, but then I'd just run a bill up.
You rack up and they just start chasing you for the money. And look, we're going to need that $2.37. And
otherwise, you're going to have to go out with the dog.
That's right. That was back in the day, of course, when they had denominations below 5 cents.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we used to be able to get, we're showing our age now, but you'd get some bullets or something like that. Not like that.
Yeah, no. Well, it was Enfield High, so...
Yeah, my mum was, Tuckshop lady.
Very good.
She's got the Tuckshop arms.
And what's your favourite? And what was your favourite Tuckshop item, mates?
There was this orange ice block, and you used to be able to go halves, and I think it's called an orange crush or something like that.
Yep.
You used to be able to cut it in half and then share it with friends or...
Okay. That's nice of you.
So that was and the other one was... we're not talking high school, this is primary school. The little sachets of Nutella.
Yep.
And you just open it up, and they used to be the things that you'd get, little condiments, and, so you'd have the Nutella, and you'd just eat it out with a spoon. I have no idea how I became a fat kid. But,
when I was in primary school, right, the way it used to work is you'd have to write on a brown paper bag what you wanted for lunch, and you'd have to put the money in there, right?
Yep.
And it'd go into a milk crate, and then they'd take that off, before recess, I guess, to the tuck shop, and then you would get whatever you're going to have for lunch, right?
Yes.
And this one girl in class, she was always a bit of a teacher's pet, and she always, because everybody wanted to be the one who got to walk the crate over to the thing, because you got out of class for about 5 or 10 minutes, right?
Was that the same person who took it there, got to bring the lunches back?
That's right. That was the honour that was bestowed upon you if you were a good in class. So I didn't very rarely get to do it. Well, there was this one girl, let's call her that was her name.
Yeah.
She's hopefully not listening. But anyway, she used to always get that gig, and I was always really jealous. And then one day I went out for a drink and I saw she was stealing sausage rolls out of the thing on the way to lunch.
No way.
She was getting, and there was always a few things missing here and there. She was having a little she was eating the fucking sausage rolls and donuts and shit. A few of the so she was just,
because that's the same reason why I couldn't do it.
They knew from the beginning.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be spewing as a fat kid if you ate my sausage roll.
Is that a euphemism?
No. Oh, yeah.
I hope
Well,
not.
it's my family, because we only have I reckon lunch orders once, probably once a month, once every couple of months.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't afford it, you know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
if I found that she's fucking digging into my pie.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just a bite, no big deal.
Yeah, I know, but that's my gristle. Right? I'll fight you for it.
I like to chew it.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't afford chewing gum either. That's the other thing I had to keep me entertained for the afternoon. This is I hope I get gristle in mine. It was like a Kinder Surprise before they were made.
Yeah. Tuckshops. Good stuff.
Yeah, I had my bike stolen from school.
Tuckshop lady?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Come back here with your fucking arms, Batgirl.
Your fucking bingo wings.
She wasn't even pedaling. She was just fucking flapping her arms.
The old bat wings.
That's how she got away.
Oh,
I think she
dear
flew,
me.
because my primary school was right next to Parraford Airport. She probably that's how she got away.
There you go.
Flew away, mate. Just bloody flew away.
Big shout out to all the Tuckshop ladies out there.
Yes, well, and I think in high school was always the old buttered roll for 50 cents, you know? So, you'd always go for that. Because my dad would always make Fritz sandwiches.
Sauce, tomato sauce?
Yeah, I loved it. But, Mum would make them good. Dad would just put 4 slices of fucking, so it looked like you had a fucking tent of Fritz. The bread was peaked. Because you just had this middle part where it was just and it was just Fritz. It was.
Do you want to describe to the people, because remember, of course, Fritz is only a South Australian thing.
Well, my dad would always come you know what's in Fritz? Just lips and arseholes.
That's right. They call it Devon in other states in Australia. And overseas, I don't even know if they've got it.
Yeah,
it's the cheapest meat available to you.
Yep.
Think about it, if you had a hot dog, right, and you skinned the hot dog, right, the red dog, right?
Yep.
And you skinned them, and then you got a whole bunch of them and you skinned them, and then you mushed them all together into one giant big thing, one big bung.
Yep.
And then that's Fritz.
That is pretty much Fritz. I remember Herbie, my father-in-law, I go, do you want some Fritz? He goes, I'm German and I wouldn't eat that shit. I was but it's got a German name. No, it does not belong to us.
Yeah.
That is you and your shit. It's okay, it's our shit. We'll proudly fucking take it on.
I used to love a nice bowl of Fritz.
Oh, mate.
Diced up with a bit of tomato sauce.
Yep.
Ripper.
So good. And I think we've discussed it before, Pac-Man, because you'd have the Fritz and you'd fry it off because we couldn't afford bacon.
You cook your Fritz?
Yeah, cook the Fritz.
Fuck that
have
shit.
Have you not had cooked Fritz?
Fuck that shit.
Oh, next time we have to come over and do a bad cast at my house, and we'll have it's.
I will not eat that shit.
Barbecue
Fritz.
And you'd always have to cut it.
The Great Depression? Yeah.
So you'd have to cut it because otherwise it would fold in like a pop ball, right?
Yeah.
So you'd cut it, and then Dad would always go, "Hey, we're having Pac-Man for tea," right? It was just a fancy thing. We're just having fried Fritz.
He just cut the mouth out.
Yeah,
for the aesthetic look of it.
Nah, because otherwise it would fold in when you cook it.
I don't understand what you mean by folding in.
So it would kind of just
you're slicing it.
Yeah, so you'd slice it and it'd be flat, but then as soon as it gets hot, it would just kind of fold up like a bit of a flower.
Concave.
Bit of a concave.
It's meat flowers.
So then if you cut it, it kind of then spreads out correctly, nicely, and it just kind of looks like it's missing.
What do you do with the wedge?
Well, there's no wedge, but it looks like after it's cooked there's a wedge because it's kind of separated out.
So he just slices it down the length of the
just done.
Bung.
Yep, and then just cut it all up, and it's next time we go, we'll have a fried Fritz sandwich.
I'll watch you eat it.
Was that?
So what else has been going on, Biggie?
Oh, well, I was actually just walking here, and there was people lining up for lunch at a new place that's opened up only a few weeks ago.
Oh, they do that shit around here. They'll line up for hours. Oh, if there's a line, I'm not lining up.
No. Oh, no, it's just like, I'm guessing they're lining up because it's good.
There's 100 other places you can go to.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't. I'd rather go somewhere mediocre than have to fucking lie. Especially if your time could. A lot of people only get like a half hour for lunch.
You know who the Colonel always provides when it comes to that kind of thing. You know, you can get yourself a dirty bird. Mate, I roll in there, order, pick it up, mate. I'm there and gone by in 5 minutes max.
But yeah, it's just a few just down here. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like, oh look, I'm so cool. I'm fucking lining up for food. Well, fuck off, you skinny. All right. I don't see any fat people in the fucking line because we know how it goes. All right. Yeah. We know the priorities. We know. Nah, that's more than 5 minutes. Fuck off, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's probably healthy food. That's why there's so many fucking yuppie fuckwits on that line. Just sounding as bitter as their coleslaw.
That's right. Now, it's just been a long weekend, Biggie. Did you get up to anything at all? Or?
I did, actually. We had a jam-packed weekend.
Yeah.
We went to the Barossa.
Okay, wine country.
It is wine country. Oh, and they just fucking go on about it. Wine, wine, wine. Wine, wine. No, not that kind of wine. Right. No. And so, lovely wifey and I, at Penfolds.
Oh, yes.
You can actually make your own blend of wine.
Okay.
So I'll put a couple of pickies up on the bagcast.
Sure.
Won't.
You won't, will you? We never do.
No, we should know. We should. Oh, no, we keep saying. But it's, so you get in there, it's like almost like, it took me back to science class. I went, oh, fuck, I'm going to fail this. There's like beacons and flasks, and you get 3 bottles of wine to share. And apparently you're not supposed to start getting into it.
No.
Right? It's like, oh, that's supposed to be tipped in? Fuck off.
Yeah.
You've already got my $65. And so they give you a Grenache Marteau.
Oh, Mataro.
Yeah. Yeah, Mataro. And then a Shiraz.
Okay.
And so that's their recipe for one of their bins. So you then have to mix it in and put percentages of each one to kind of work out the best one for yourself.
Sure.
Grenache pretty much got 3% of fuck all in mine.
Yeah,
because it just tasted like hate. And then Montaro, I think that was around about 43%, and then the rest was Shiraz. And I think I made a pretty good blend, to be honest. And then the thing is that cracked me up the most. You know, when wifey looks at you, you just go, oh God, I shouldn't take him out in public. And no, I was good until this lady said, now don't fill them all the way up because otherwise I'm going to have to suck the rest of it out. And I've got, excuse me? So don't fill it because otherwise I just have to suck it out. And I was like, she said she's going to have to suck it out.
And you were at a swingers party and didn't realise it. That happens sometimes.
Well, part of me just going, are you just going around just taking swigs of everyone's fucking drink? Is that
a fucking good job?
Like, I can't believe it. And she's like, oh no, I'm not gonna suck it out. And she just kept going on about sucking it out. I was like, oh please don't, please. Now I can't turn around. And you know when someone just gets so totally embarrassed? I was like, she's turning 65% Shiraz. Yeah, but no, so we did that. It's a beautiful place. It's in just in Tanunda or just out of Tanunda, and it's great because you got Penfolds, then my favourite wine, Mother's Milk.
Yes.
So we went over there.
I like that.
Oh, how good is Mother's Milk? It's so tasty, right? So we went over there and had a couple, and then we went back to near Penfolds. They've got like a gin tasting session, so we had a bit of that. And it's just perfect, right in the middle of everything. Fucking genius. Metware shop.
Fucking oath.
Mate.
Got yourself some bung frits, fried it up. Like a fucking freak.
Just over my missus's lighter.
The butane makes it good.
I was like, and then I went to a magic show on Sunday. An illusionist. Okay. I'm not going to mention his name.
Right.
Fucking terrible. I thought it was going to be good because it was in a pretty big establishment. You know, it was like fucking $60 a ticket. You know what I mean?
Dude, are you shitting on a magician, dude? Because he might cast a fucking spell on us or something, dude.
Mate, I reckon I can make fucking beers and pies disappear and still be more entertaining.
So what was so shit about him?
Oh, I wanted it to be professional.
Okay.
But it just came across quite amateurish. So
Sure.
It just felt like I just paid, like it almost like, what have you done with a real magician? You've seemed to have actually just swapped him over with a busker.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
And
So you're trying to say
that-
he's like pretty much just picked up a fucking magic show bag and he's
Pretty
having
much.
a crack and starting to make a business out of this shit.
Yeah, I think so. And he
Okay.
had some awesome, some great things, but he just had a lot of filler. So
Right.
I just don't think, I think it would have been fantastic if he'd come along and say, hey, look, it's an hour show, and it would have been bang, bang, bang. But he just had filler. Because I think he was trying to fill a 2-hour time slot, and he really only had
2
40,
fucking hours of magic.
and he only had 45 minutes.
Fucking okay. Jesus.
So we had an interval.
Was it a kids show?
Well, but I don't know. I don't even think the kids were having fun. And so, like, he'd only done a few tricks, and he goes, okay, interval. But all he kept doing is fucking bagging on about he's got a show bag. And I reckon there was like 5 ad placements of him selling his shit outside. Hey, well, we're going to be near the magic shop. Have you been to the magic shop? I don't want to give a fuck about your fucking magic shop. I don't want to buy magic to do it here. I've fucking paid for you to fucking show me how to do magic. Anyway,
Yeah.
but there was one point where he had 2 male dancers, 2 female dancers.
Dancers?
Yeah. And they
It's
were
a fucking magic show.
I know, and they danced for no word of a lie over 5 to 6 minutes to the song "A Woomba Way," right?
In the jungle. the
Yeah,
mighty
and they're just like
jungle.
all fucking dressed up in African gear. And his next act was like, "Oh, the mighty death-defying scorpion." I thought, the fuck's that got to do with the jungle?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, I want you to be in a cage, eaten by a fucking lion.
Yeah.
Get with the theme.
Entertaining at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, not a real lion, because, I just, you don't want to be cruel to the fucking animals.
No.
But you just go, that had no relevance whatsoever. And the thing that pissed me off the most, he had a fucking real duck. He was doing magic tricks with real animals.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Get with the times,
No.
mate. Fucking hell. Like, just... There was enough annoying little fuckers in the audience. Make them disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to really come to Adelaide, you fucking play by our rules and make kids disappear.
What a weekend, Big Al.
Yeah. So that was great. And then the swag arrived Friday night.
You got your swag
got the
finally.
swag.
Well, it's very good timing, Biggie. Can I tell you what I got up to over the weekend?
I would love to hear.
Well, without much notice, I turned up to my zombie apocalypse shelter up
yes.
in the woods, right?
And you found a zombie?
And in a matter of speaking, yes. Basically, arguably the most Australian weekend of the year. You have the Aussie Rules Grand Final, Australian Football Grand Final, and the Rugby Grand Final, all on the same
right.
weekend, one day apart from each other, and it's a long weekend. So everybody goes away camping and partying and drinking wine and doing all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I headed up north and went out there and had a few beers on the Friday night.
Yep.
And as I got home, I just got hit by the fucking most extreme man flu. You know how it gets you real hard?
Yeah.
And you start shivering.
and quickly.
And you're shivering and you're fucking sweating and it fucked my Friday night up. And so the next day I wake up and I'm feeling pretty shit, right? Feeling weak, feeling drowsy, sneezing and la 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 la. So I decided to sit on the deck and have a little beer.
Yep.
I just see in the distance all this dust starts getting kicked up down the road, right? And I wasn't sure what it was. It could have been anybody, and all of a sudden it gets closer and closer. And then all of a sudden I see these 2 four-wheel drives in the distance coming closer.
Oh, God.
And instead of driving on the road, they cut off the road and start driving directly at me.
oh, fuck it hell.
I'm sitting on my deck there because there's no...
It's like you've got high beams to go, hey,
We're in the
stop,
country,
mate.
right? So it's daytime.
Fuck.
We're in the country. So, you can do that. Well, you're not allowed to really do it, but you can, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, they start driving directly at me. And who turns up at my fucking doorstep in the middle of nowhere? And I'm feeling like shit.
Who is it?
Kiwi Paul,
How are you?
Queensland Dave,
Thank you for having me aboard.
and Marky Mark.
Oh, no.
And they are ready to get on the piss. Of course,
mate,
right?
of course they
And
are.
I'm sitting there shivering going, oh, my fucking God. What is
God.
happening? So anyway, they're wanting to get fucking messy because it's the NRL Grand Final. And
Yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
flavour of football that they like, right?
Yep. And so were they going to the pub, hopefully, the fuck off to leave you to your own device?
I basically, entertained them for, I guess, up until when the game started, and then they went over there. But one of the things I said to them, I said, boys, look, we're living here in an off-grid kind of scenario.
Yep.
My dunny is only a little chemical toilet.
Yes.
It can only handle so much shit.
Yes.
Now, when you've got so many grown men shitting, and when...
Big nards.
Big steaming barbecue nards.
Oh, and beer nards the next day as well.
Beer nards as well.
Ooh.
I said, boys, if you need to, why don't you just go over to the pub and bomb those dunnies? Because look, mine's only a little innocent little dunny and can only handle so much shit.
How far are we talking the pub to your...
Mate, you enough time. Like, probably.
Would you shit yourself on the walk there?
Nah.
Could you walk there?
Oh, easily.
Okay.
So, it's probably 300 metres.
Yeah, I'd shit myself.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so, it was a fun weekend and all, and we had a great time, and I was feeling like shit the whole time. But I got to say, Kiwi Paul and Queensland Dave and Marky Mark, let me just say, after you guys left, I was still sick and I was shivering and sweating, and I had to carry a fucking tank full of your shit to dump.
You had to put up with their shit
fuck
twice.
you guys. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you dirty... Yeah, they're fucking...
And as I'm carrying this, because I've got a dump spot, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
carrying this tank full of their shit. I'm just thinking about how much these guys are fuckers. Like,
mic's
I'm
on
going to
him.
take a shit into a shopping bag and hand them each to say, look, now you can carry my shit around for a while. The joys of camping, boys.
Yeah.
On that note, let's have a drinks break.
Yes, we should.
And talk more about, I don't know, fucking other stuff or whatever.
Yeah, lovely.
Badcast.
Since 2017, the Attitude Consultant has been touring his high-impact comedy seminars across the country and laughing all the way to the bank. Last year alone, he grossed over $800. His latest comedy audio program, Release the Laughter Within, is available now for a limited time. You too can release the laughter within. But don't take my word for it. Just listen to this unpaid testimony.
I think he's done so many amazing things. Not very scripted, a lot of improv. And you get to see the way that it affects each other. It's unbelievable. So happy to see him succeed.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
And we're back here with the Badcast after a very refreshing drinks break. Biggie, what did you have to drink?
Well, I had a Tropicana.
Did you?
Yes, it was the pizza shop next door. Someone just left it on their table.
Okay.
So just minesweeped it.
Very good.
Non-alcoholic.
It's really an unsung skill to have, be able to minesweep.
And well, I think it was because minesweeping was because back in the day, that's when they have cigarette. You could smoke at the bar.
Right.
So it's called minesweeping because if you did it, you wasn't quite sure if you're going to... Because I'd a few times get it and then you go, nah, someone's used that as an ashtray. Oh, God. It was just like fucking... and more hate at the end.
Yeah.
Like it was like... and you'd have cigarette butts and ash swirled in with the beer. So that's the
stuff,
minesweep.
actually.
You weren't quite sure what you're going to get.
That's right. Yeah, you might hit that bomb, that mine. Now, Biggie, I'm always striving to find great content for the Badcast, mate. And
Yes. Yeah. So if you were, say you were mayor of Adelaide,
Yeah.
what kind of things would you fix?
if I was the mayor of Adelaide, fucking hell, I'll tell you the first thing, I'd be fucking off all the Mrs. Pies.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
shit. They're ruining everything.
Yeah, you're totally right. You had a bit of a event on that because, you're totally right. It's hard to actually find. There is a good, to be honest, there is a good bakery just down the end of this street.
Really?
It's called Red Door or something like that.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Check it out.
But there's other ones. There's not a huge amount of, like, if you go into a convenience store,
Yep.
you should be getting either a Balfour's or a Villies pie.
I believe so, sir.
But you don't.
No.
It's full of Mrs. Max and
Fuck, who knows what.
20 and, so it's just like, you're totally right. Bring some more South Australian shit in. around here. Fucking mandatory. Make it mandatory.
Right.
That's
Mandatory
I like
shit.
That.
That's what I like doing.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to ban shit.
Oh yeah, what kind of things would you ban? Chewing
I
gum.
tell you who I'd fucking ban. First order of business.
Who's that?
Those fuckwits that walk around in suits with their trousers a little bit higher up, with dress shoes and no fucking socks. They're getting banished from outside the city walls.
Yeah, when did that become a trend?
Who fucking knows? It's not a trend.
It's not a trend, is it? Yeah, but yeah, I've seen a lot. There's seen a couple of people in the office doing the same thing. Because, back in the day, you'd pay those people, like, oh, look at your fucking ankle freezers.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, wow, it's trendy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's trendy to actually have a pair of pants that are a little bit too fucking small for you. Never had that problem. I do, actually. All the fucking time. All my pants are too small for me.
Yeah.
Men's trousers off the rack, they just, some of them you just go, I've put some suit trousers on and it's like, why is the crutch around my fucking knee? Like, they just haven't.
Do you shop at a big man store?
I do.
Okay.
Big massive shout out to Johnny Biggs.
Johnny Biggs. It's a
store.
convenient name to. Oh, it's a made up name, I guess.
I'm guessing so. Well, my parents' first name, they called me Big, so they must have known something.
Yep.
But yeah, so I go to Johnny Biggs. They've got some good suits. But I've been to Lowe's at Ingle Farm.
Okay.
They're a fantastic store.
Right.
Get all my shorts. Now, look, this shirt here is from Lowe's. So I'm wearing a Lowe's T-shirt.
And what's
a
the
Johnny
smallest
Biggs jacket.
size they would sell in those kind of shops?
I think they kind of cater for everyone. I think they're probably the large XL kind of thing and up. Because I think, so Johnny Biggs is a tool man, and it's one of those things like if you're tall or if you lie down and you're just as tall, we're the people for you.
Come see us.
Yeah, where Lowe's is kind of all round, so you can go from small all the way up to fucking 8XL, I think.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Biggie, have you got any gigs coming up, mate?
I actually do. I've got a few Chrissy shows happening
All right.
down at Glenelg. So have a look at, if you're in Glenelg or if you want to have a Chrissy show, then head down and check out some social media. You can actually check Big Owl Comedy, all one word. And I'm pretty excited. I'm actually getting, hopefully today, Australia Post did say that it's not getting delivered today. I've got new business cards.
New business cards.
Yeah, new business cards.
Very cool.
And I even got sucked in by buying the old car magnets.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So if the problem is that I think they've actually got my real mobile number. So I had fucking prank calls for putting it on the Bagcast.
What was that number again?
0404040179. You want to give me a prank? It's totally fine. I'm up for it. I'm totally up for it.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's got the mobile number on the car sticker. So I was like, oh God, sometimes I get a little bit kind of like, you fucking wanker, like so I'd have to be very kind of toned down with my language. Otherwise, they're going to call me and just go, listen here, know where you are. Like it's.
If you ever get into some kind of dispute at the stoplights driving around, are you going to jump out and then just like stick it on the fucker's car, leave your calling card? Just to fuck with them.
Drop the mic kind of thing. Yeah, but then if I also steal someone's park, they'll just drive past and go, I've got your number, fucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you just have to kind of be careful with that. So might just stick it on other people's cars, I think.
Good stuff.
Maybe my dad's a really good safe driver. Plus, he's getting old, so he's probably got a 5K limit on his.
If you want to catch us on the social medias,
yes.
You've got the Badcast on Facebook and Twitter.
I have fallen off the break. I need to get back into it. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm checking out the Breaker. I use that fairly regularly. So yeah, on Breaker, it's Big Owl Comedy as well, yeah?
Yep.
The Breaker podcast app, and I'm at Podcast Fiend. Another big announcement, Biggie.
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, I'll insert one.
Drum roll, please, Biggie. The Adelaide Podcast Festival is going to be back for 2019. This year, bigger and better than ever because it's going to be part of the Adelaide Fringe.
Fantastic.
So check that out. Follow that on Twitter and Facebook as well. Adelaide Podcast Festival. #AdelPodFest.
Fantastic.
And you can follow all that stuff. They'll be giving away free tickets to that event if you follow it on the socials. So stay tuned for more on that one.
So who will win that, like the 10th caller through?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10th caller, just give us a buzz now. 10th caller through.
We're waiting right now.
You were in radio. Like, how did that work?
Oh, it's a total scam.
Is it?
Yeah. You just pick whoever you like.
Yeah, right.
You say 10th caller through, and you're lucky to get one caller, and that's the guy.
That's the guy. Oh, congratulations, you got the 10th caller through. Because sometimes, like, I've worked at a radio station. Well, not worked, volunteered. I haven't been that good enough for them to go, hey, look, you're good, but you're not good enough to get paid.
Yeah. Then you moved up to podcasting.
Yeah, I know. So it's the same kind of thing, but I'm enjoying it. No PD. Go.
Yeah.
Stop! You can't fucking say that. Oh, fuck off, Gargamel. You know.
You know who you are, Gargamel.
You do. The two laughing Smurfs are right here.
We'll catch you guys next time, I guess, mate.
Yes, thank you. It's been
Like a bad cast, I guess.
Help us buy more beers and sponsor us. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter or badcast.com.au. The Badcast is part of the Auscast Podcast Network.
The cockroach of all fucking podcasts.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.